Hey everybody. Um, for those of you who don't know, my grandmother passed away today. Um, she will be missed, and if there's anything I can say, it's that if I had one more opportunity to talk to her, to ask her for advice, I would do it. She was extremely intuitive. I hate even saying was because that's so formal and distant, but she was intuitive. I feel like that's where all the women in our family get that gift from, is her bloodline. And she was a woman of God. She definitely went to a good place. I'm sorry. I just want to say that if you're going through something and you consider me to be a friend, I'm going to be there for you. Life's too short for petty drama and BS. And I wish I had my grandmother here now so I could ask her advice like I used to, because she definitely gave the best advice out of everyone in my life. And it was a slow decline for her, and then it went to a rapid decline. And she was on bed rest for many months and on hospice for many months. So we all knew it was coming. But the last time I saw her was the day before she died on Saturday. I'm just phoning out today. I'm not too happy about that, to be honest with you. I was very upset that they did not tell me. She did not tell me, a certain person. Anyway, I wasn't told. No one was told until today. And I feel like I was maybe the last to know. Not happy about that either. Regardless, I was the last one to say goodbye to her besides her caretaker. And I'm grateful that I got to see her, that I got to hold her hand. I feel like I have a very strong calling on my life for people who are near death. This is the second time I've seen someone, and I kind of just prayed for them and released them and those types of things, and then the next day they've passed. So I'm just saying, I'm grateful that I got to say my goodbyes, and I'm grateful that, sorry, my cheek was itching. I'm grateful that she's in a better place and that she knew God and that she was happy. And I know I'm in the bathtub. I wasn't trying to show that, but wasn't trying to reveal that actually. But this is the only time I've had clarity today, because between that and just some other things that have been going on, it's been rough, okay? I'm not gonna lie, but this too shall pass. We are just human beings, all of us, trying to live out our experiences. We all have different lessons that we need to learn and teach each other. But my grandmother, I can say for a fact that she taught us a lot. She taught us how to be grateful. She taught us how to just be wise. I mean, she is literally the wisest person. I say is because I believe our spirits go on and on and on. So she is a wise soul that I got a chance to meet I told her before she passed away, I read a letter to her while she was in ICU. This has been months ago. I think it was actually a long time ago. But when she was in ICU the last time, I read her a letter, and that was my goodbye to her. So that was when I officially knew she was on her way out, and I said goodbye to her. And after that, I kind of just went numb a little bit. Like, I was like, I don't want to see her. Even Saturday when I went to see her, I did not really want to go, truthfully, because it's not that I didn't want to see my grandmother. It was that I did not want to see her in that state. And I knew that she wouldn't know me. And I knew also that there was like just so much that I wanted to tell her, but I didn't know if I'd be able to tell her and her listen or understand, because she was not in this world really. When I saw her on Saturday, she was not even responsive. Like, she wasn't opening her eyes or anything. But she was right about me and my ex, about us not being meant to be together, about me dumping him and moving on. And when I finally listened to her advice and left him, I was so much happier. I'm so much happier now. And she told me before she died, before she got bad off, she said to live for God, to use my voice for God, and to be a light in the darkness, to be there for my mom, to be there for my cousin and my other cousins, and to just be a good person. And I just want to make her proud, you know? And I know this is really, really personal and like vulnerable, but one thing I just want to say is that if you know anyone who is grieving, please reach out to them. Let them know they're not alone, especially when they have a loss like that, because you can feel entirely alone. You can feel like you're isolated, like no one cares, because sometimes even though other family members are grieving, you're expected, especially like if you're like me and you're known to be like the healer of the family, you're expected to be super strong. And if you can be that one person for someone else who they can just cry to, or even if you can just hold them, regardless of if it's romantic or if it's not, you can just hold them and be there and hold space for that person and just allow them to process what's going on and not have something else going on in your life to where you're just too busy. It'll really mean a lot to that person. So I just encourage all of you. I like to turn my mess into a message, as they say. So with this mess, the message is be there for people who are there for you when you need them. And do not take for granted the people in your life, because you never know when their last breath or when your last breath will be. So make every breath count and be the person that you are meant to be in the world, and not a complete selfish person. So thank you. Have a great night, y'all.